Conor McGregor. This YouTube short of Conor McGregor. Somebody was asking like, of all the people on stage with you right now, who do you think would give you like a great fight? Some guy rushed to the mic. He's like, yeah, I am. I think I could really hit him hard. What. Connor simply goes to his mic. It's like, who the fuck is that guy? Obviously, he knows him. It's a great burn, man. I kind of liked Connor way before he got the money. Conor McGregor is funny. Hello, sweetheart. Hi, Jojo. Hi, Joe. Hi, Joe. How are you? How are you, Joe? What you got going on? What's up, Joe? Ta-da! Hi, dudes and dudettes. So, do you guys like your neighbors? Do you have problems with your neighbors? I don't usually have problems with anybody. Do you like your neighbor, Jolene? Are you friendly with your neighbors? Are you on good terms with your neighbor? My neighbors don't talk to me. Why are you good? Why don't your neighbors talk to you? I thought you were really shy in real life. I thought the came out. Yeah, yeah. They're all nice. Ah, Jolene. I don't know. Riku. That's hilarious. You can be city or country. I live in a flat. I'm not a fan of. Yeah, yeah. But right now I'm talking like I think I know Jolene. I saw your video that you made of Rosie. I think, or was it of Brighton? You showed a video on the balcony, I think, and I could see that you're living in a flat. And I think you've told me several times before. So I just wanted to know, like, do you have problems with like your immediate neighbors, not like city or next country or next region, just like people you run into every day? Have you ever had problems with your neighbors? What if I don't have neighbors? Yeah, the question's for everybody. Uh, I just want to know if my friends are troublemakers. Apparently, Riku doesn't talk to her neighbors. Riku, that's funny. Real love. Ah, I'm talking about that real love. Supposed to be getting ready outside his life. So, getting ready for what, Riku? What are you getting ready for? My old house. I did. Dylan, it's a pleasure to be here, man. Me too, man. Do you have problems with your neighbors, Dylan? Are you friendly with your neighbors? Or are you the nosy neighbor or are they nosy neighbors? If I have a problem with them, it can only be a symptom of a deeper problem. Can we focus on some? What's happening with my live stream now? What's happening? Is it okay? Am I transmitting? Coming to you from a city near you. Real now. We're back. So I can really concentrate on what I'm doing. Really? You guys never complain? Did you guys ever complain? Real life. Dude, I have like zero muscle. Zero, zero, zero. Look at this. It's shameful, man. Shameful. Jolene, look at this, man. Terrible. It's very bad. Is it still laggy? Riku, Is it still laggy? Please tell me it's okay. Riku, tell me it's okay. Tell me it's okay. Tell me it's okay. Real love. I'm talking about that real love. Jojo will be right back. Dylan be right back. Where's Riku? Where's Mike? Mike and Riku sitting on a tree. You will complain if it's heavy. Fear, guilt, worries. Worries are kind of fear based. I think makes sense to me. Be right back too. Riku will be right back. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, there you go. There we go. I don't know. I think you're completely right. Able to solve problems, entangle in heaviness and float. You have a point. You have a point to a point. I like that whole thing of not focusing on symptoms and going for the main cause of the symptoms. You solve that, you solve everything. All right. You solve that, you solve everything. But sometimes it's not so easy to diagnose what the main problem is. What's visible, I don't mean you'll solve the source of the problem. Sometimes it's not so easy to solve it. Solve this together. It's a big boat. Yeah. I think I remember somebody saying something to that effect, but at least understand how it's related. That some of the problems that we have, it's because we don't have a connection to each other. Once you sever the connections, problems start arising, right? If you're not connected, yeah. If you're not connected, all manner of things, all manner of things start to creep up. All manner of things start to creep up. So you gotta feel connected. You gotta feel connected, man. Real love. Ah, I'm talking about that real love. Where's Jolene? Jolene, where did you go? Where did you go, Jojo? I I look for those kind of things. I I when somebody is having problems with their neighbors, it's it is because we can't sit down and just talk. You don't understand each other. You're always loud, playing loud music. You're always doing this, coming home late. Your car makes noise. All these funny things. There isn't any. You're talking about that social fabric that brings us together. Do you have twins? I don't have kids. What do you mean twins? I have zero kids. I don't have children. It's it's amazing what we can do if we could just come together and you understand where I'm coming from and I understand where you're coming from. Oh yeah, I have a little brother. I have a little brother. Real uh, it's a prelude, okay. Prelude to what? Prelude to what? Jolene is back. Jojo. Jojo's sister has twins, right, Joe? Your sister has twins, if I'm not mistaken. Yo, Joe, do your if you lose a hand tomorrow, are you the same person? Oh, that's deep, man. How much your physical vehicle define you? That's deep, man. That's not easy. That's not easy. Joe, do your nephews and nieces like you? My mom was a twin. I think you told me that. If you change your mind now, are you still the same person? Real love. What defines you? Since it's defined, you must have many twins. Ah, I see what you're saying. People who are kind of like you from yesterday, from the day before that, from last year, from that kind of like you, but not really. It's not really you. I see what you're saying. I see. I hear what you're saying. Rick is back. You must have many twins. Mental or psyche. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Man, you're wrestling. You're wrestling with the big topics, man. That's big. Love my nieces and nephews. Still have to get ready. Get ready for what? For school tomorrow? Is that what you're talking about? Riku, Riku. Man, Mike, you're wrestling with tough subject matter. Tough subject matter. Real love. I'm talking about that. Can I ask about how old are you, Mike? Let me hear. Let me have an approximation of you. Let me see if I can have the measure of you from all the way here. About how old are you? 37. I'm not even sure. Ah, 37. Um, are you a parent? Do you have kids? Are you in a relationship? Before I get to your answer, you're talking Doctor Strange and the astral plane. I don't have any kids. Are you married? Are you involved in a relationship? I do have a partner. Does she have kids? I'm an artist. Real love. Let me hear you, Mike. I love Mike, guys. I think I like having conversations with Mike, but not professional. When I do art, no one knows. So, does your partner have? I'm very good to copy. Does your partner have kids? About how old is she? Is she around the same age as you? Let me hear. Let me hear one, Mike. No kids. Are you planning on having kids, Mike? Real love. I'm talking about that real love. Real love. Oh. Riku, Riku, what are you getting ready for? No, it's also another deep subject. I'm gonna love Mike, guys. Mike, we're gonna be very good friends. I'm gonna go get Boba. Who's Boba? Why are you gonna get Boba? Who is Boba? Ah, Mike, we're gonna be really good friends. I like you already. Once someone compared the electricity in a computed society, that electricity is just like money. I'm talking about that real love. Input is infinite, allows flow in the pods distributing. I'm talking about the real love. Okay, so every piece on computer participate. Okay, Mike. Listen, Mike. Um, I you, no juice is allowed. You know, um, I follow. How should I preface this? I'm so glad it's a Sunday. Um, I discovered Jordan Peterson last year or maybe 2 years ago, right? Um, he got me thinking a lot about certain things, and Jordan Peterson, yeah, he got me thinking about a lot of things. More so, he's Canadian, isn't he? He's from Canada. He is Canadian. So, so I grew up without a dad. He's man, Neko. I grew up without a dad, and it, it's not great, right? It's not great in many ways. You you grow up with a deficiency, right? And he came to me at the right time, my old age, but at the right time. So I love some of the mental models that I've learned just from listening to his lectures. It's like tools in my toolbox, right? I don't necessarily have to agree with everything that he says, but the tools that I've gotten from, I was telling you just yesterday that a lot of my re-education has happened here on YouTube. I've learned at the feet of great masters, and you're joking, telling me that I'm a groupie for Freemasons, for these famous Freemasons, right? Jordan Peterson is one of the people that I've basically feel, I basically feel that I've learned at his feet, and some of the tools that I've gotten are very valuable to me, very valuable to me, right? So when he talks about rescuing the father, when he talks about getting the way to get the best out of you is to assume as heavy a load as you can, and it's like a muscle, right? The way you get the best potential out of yourself is to carry heavy loads, you know what I'm saying? To find the same solutions and same ideologies. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But what I can tell you is that what you were saying yesterday about um, not buying into what society terms valuable, like travel because they say you should travel, doing this because it's what they say you should do, whoever they are, right? And having that deep sense of gratitude and fulfillment from just where you are in your life. I get an immense amount of gratitude, an immense amount of fulfillment from seeing, be hard to eat like that, from seeing my potential get realized, right? So it's very hard to Jordan Peterson, one of the things that struck me, man, it struck me. I remember the day like it was yesterday. I was listening to him in my headphones. I was taking a walk, and he said, the thing that you can do right now to make the world a better place, it's not read some Marxist ideology or socialist ideology. You can't read Karl Marx and think, wow, I've figured out the problems with the world. If only the world could do one, two, three, four, everything in the world would be good. It's like, no, that is not the case at all. There's so much. I was talking to a friend of mine. She's like in her mid to late 40s, and she has no kids. She runs a small business. She said she had to cut off her whole entire family because it had gotten to be so very toxic, so very taxing on her. And she had to build the bridge as she crossed it. She has had to build the bridge as you cross it. So to be part of that generation of people who didn't have parents around to guide you, the great philosopher Dave Chappelle says his grandfather built a way for him. It's not that he left him any great wealth or anything or any great inheritance. He says he left a way, right? To be a young man in this world, a young girl in this world, I don't know what it is to be a young girl in this world, and not to have any idea, to be clueless as to what you need to do with your life. I've been there. I've seen that. That is not nice. It's not a stroll in the park, right? And it's not obvious what you should do, right? Somebody just the other day was saying to do with your life if you have one. You know, you carry a perspective because that's why I needed to know your age, right? I needed to know about how old you are. You carry your perspective because you are in your 30s, late 30s, right? So when you're a young boy and, you know, whatever society you are in, whatever mayhem, little hellish part of the world that you are, and you don't know where to look. You're looking, you don't have any guidance, you don't have, it's just not, it's difficult, right? I watch these movies, right? I used to enjoy Friday, Boys in the Hood. When I was a young boy, these African American movies from back in the day, now I look back at them and I think, wow. So this is the plight of the African American man in LA, in Compton, in these terrible Southside Chicago, wherever. And you watch, and you watch, and here's another thing, right? It's a long conversation, yeah. And I see we are coming from it from very different points of view. You are coming from it from a totally objective, this is how it's supposed to be, pure thing, right? And I'm telling you that sometimes when you're going through hard things, man, when you're going through it and somebody's telling you about the ideal things, it's very difficult to connect because you're looking for something to eat tonight, right? You're looking to quiet. I come from the center of the world. You come from, you're looking for to quiet the demons in your head, or you know It's very, very difficult, man. It's very difficult. So I I love these theoretical conversations. I love these theoretical conversations about free will, causality. Man, I'm there with you all the way. I want to find out about the disagreement. Yeah, yeah, that's how these things work out. Yeah. Everything that you're saying, I love it, man. I love these conversations. But dude, I've run a fail no matter so much. I've run a failing business, right? I've run multiple failing projects. And if you came to me when I'm in trouble and things aren't aligning, and you are telling me about this idealistic scenario that, maybe it's because, dude, I need something to do right now. What can I do right now to get myself from where I am in order to go to have traction, to feel like I have some sort of traction in my life. So it isn't easy. From a theoretical point of view, if I'm in a classroom, I'm happy to engage, right? But when I'm in the trenches and somebody's talking all that theoretical, idealistic thing, it's like, no, 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 not right now, man, not right now. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble, right? And basically, I don't have, I'm too busy chopping wood to even sharpen my axe. That's how tough things can be at sometimes, right? You ideally you know that you need to sharpen your axe so that you do better at cutting the wood, but I'm too busy cutting the wood, man. Too busy cutting wood to sharpen my axe. I also don't know what you have. Yeah, what you have. I don't know if you're hearing each other. I just you're the only one left in the in the chat. Jolene and Riku are gone. They're like, nope, this conversation is way too difficult. This conversation is way too difficult. I These things aren't easy things, right? They aren't easy things. And oh, Jolene is still here. Right. I thought you ran away, Joe. I'm sorry. So I the other day I started thinking that, the one reason I have never ever to commit suicide is because I wouldn't be here if somebody in my lineage, you're playing Roblox, if somebody in my lineage committed suicide. That's why you shouldn't commit suicide ever. Riku is here too. Oh, okay. My messages aren't sending. You shouldn't ever commit suicide. You couldn't be here if anybody, your granddad, your mom, granddad, your great grandfather, anybody, if any one of them thought it was way too difficult and they hung themselves, right? However terrible your life is, are you really certain that it's worse off than somebody, your great, 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 great grandfather, grandmother, whatever? Is it really that bad? Right? It's not, it might not be what you want it to be, but this is how sadly things are. We get better over time. It just gets better. Every generation it just gets a little better. So it's a betrayal to your lineage. It's a betrayal to in a cage, feathers. Yeah, natural environment. I'm talking about that real. So, Mike, these things aren't easy, man. I wonder if Mike is gonna get married. Mike, are you gonna get married? Has your partner accepted you for the thinker that you are? You think a lot, and you're wrestling with like really tough issues. My exes had problems with me because of that. I don't want me to skip subjects. Yeah, change the subject, Mike. No, 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 change the subject. This is getting way too difficult. Yeah, I think so. Anything related to. Yeah, I, 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 I can, I can understand. That's why I'm telling you that I had problems with my exes about that. I could, I wrestled with these things and I broach them. I bring them up in conversations. Like, why are you talking about these things, Clyde? Why are you talking about these things? No, 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 no. Let's talk about us. Let's talk about how much we love each other and stuff like that. I'm like, dude, I'm wrestling here. My mind can't keep quiet. So I can imagine you're having a difficult when you're on the sweet spot. Dude, that's um so the solution is yeah. Yeah, I know. These are the things that we should be wrestling with. Give me a bed, please. Give me a second. Real love. Oh, I'm talking about that real love. You see what I'm saying when I'm saying it's not that I'm a groupie to the Freemasons. I I was one of those smart kids at school. I consider myself to be still very smart, right? So one thing a smart kid needs, any any person of talent, right? Any person, not even just a smart kid. Every one of us are talented in some shape or form. Every person needs guidance. I'm so radical about parents being in their children's lives that I, I think it should be considered a high crime for a father or a mother to abandon their parental duties to go do whatever it is that they need to do. So I I feel I feel that these great injustices that we do to each other. So when you're talking about those symptoms, are we really addressing the problem, the real problem? Next year, since tough for me, weak plans. I, I really do. I'm radical about tutelage, right? A child should be raised by both parents. And you see where there's a disconnect between you and I. How much support do we really need to find strength? So here's our disconnect. Here's our disconnect. It's not even like, I'm not talking about utopia. I'm talking like every child has to have both parents present. And the things that you grow deficient of, if you're talking about those plants, those crawlers that need to be supported, right? They'll take the shape of anything that's there. If it's just a tall stick and the those kind of plants just grow attached to that, or they grow on the ground and spread out, how much support do you need to find your own strength? Even plants fight for the lateral space. Ah, so I really do. I really think uh, there's absolutely no excuse for a father to walk out on his duties, for a mother to walk out on her duties, right? And you see, the things the things that I yearn for, the things that I lack, the things that the mistakes. Kiki, what's up? What's up, Kiki? It's all better. It's all made just a little better by people who have gone through life before you, people that you can listen to, people that have been responsible for you. James, what's up, James? I'm not happy. I'm engaged in a very tough discussion with my friend Mike. Right, it's very tough. I, I'm contemplating a lot of things and trying to articulate them. Right. So, but I'm okay. I'm okay, Kiki. I'm okay. Right. So I I find it very difficult, very very difficult to. Sorry for interrupting. I understand. It's all right, James. It's all right. It's all right. I try to multitask. Can I ask you about how old you are, James? You don't need to tell me the exact age. I'm having a very difficult conversation with my main man, Mike. It's very difficult. Um, I thank God every day that I didn't have a kid at a younger age. As the years pass, as the years pass, I find that James is about 20. Yeah, I find that with each passing year, I'm potentially a better father today now than I was last year, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. But right out of college, I almost got married to a very wonderful girl. She got married like 3 years ago to some other dude. Very wonderful girl. Man, you're old. I'm only 16. Sheesh. Yeah. You're about half my age, Kiki. You're about half my age. Right. So I shudder at the thought of what could have become of me had I gotten married. Right. Nowadays I find myself I was on about James. Yeah, I know. Yeah. So when you're talking about am I the same person that I was yesterday? I have multiple twins. I can relate to what you're saying, right? I can relate to what you're saying on so many different levels, right? So I was having a difficult conversation with mom the other day. As she was talking to me, I was like, this lady's not making sense at all. And I'm like, you know what? I don't think I want to have kids. I thought you get wiser as you grow older. If this person is not that wise at that age, dude, I don't want to mess up a kid. So I might as well live my whole life without any children. If I mess up, I will only mess up my own life. I wouldn't mess up any kid's life. Title answer is yes. I do like most of my neighbors. Oh, okay. So you need extrapolate a lot. Now mentor and project small spectrum, get online. And here's the thing though. How do you distinguish between what you want and what you need? At a very young age. Damn, Master. Are you like 30? Yeah, or Mike is in his 30s. He's a little older than me. He's a little older than Jolene. He's a little older than me. Right. So, how do you distinguish? Does a small child know the difference between a want and a need? You can make very complex search in your psyche, study things for decades. Yo, what's up? That's exactly where you're coming from. But eventually you're going to have to settle down and make a decision. Or the exact same thing. Ah, some dude is leaving. You're a year older than me. Yeah, he's a year older. Yeah, well, that's kind of stuff. Yeah, but are you hearing what I'm saying, Mike? A kid doesn't know how to distinguish between a need and a want, right? And this brain of ours evolved from what was essentially a caveman, right? So there are certain things that we are susceptible to. We are very, very susceptible. That's why magic still intrigues us, right? That's why advertising and marketing works. We are susceptible beings. We are very, very susceptible to a lot of things. If you have the face in it, huh? I don't understand. If you have laid back puzzle, it will be simple. No, man. No, you can't say something like that. No, it's in my life yet. You can't say something like that. That's you're talking from a point of perspective, right? I'm saying from a point where you are young, you're small, you don't know your needs from your wants, you don't know anything, right? You listen to your parents. You listen to your parents for everything that they're saying. So if your parents are dealing with all kinds of rubbish, If your parents are dealing with all kinds of rubbish, you have to deal with their rubbish first before you could even deal with your own rubbish, right? So, to be able to distinguish between your needs and your wants, when are you gonna be able to do that? You're busy, you're busy chopping wood and not sharpening the axe, right? You're busy building the bridge that you need to cross, and you don't even know if you have those resources. You need to go get those resources, the equipment, the designs, everything. It's very, very difficult, right? You need to cross this river, you need to build a bridge, and then you need to cross it. But you've never built a bridge before. Nobody has ever built a bridge. You don't have a dad, you don't have a mom, you don't. What is your need? What is your want? Right? You see, we are not connecting. We are really not connecting. We are really not connecting because I'm I'm gonna go. Kiki, where are you going? Stay, my friend. You're smart. You can help us out. The older I get, the more perspective that brings, right? The wiser wisdom comes with age, right? So there are certain things, yes, cool, right? That we can agree with. That statement I can believe we can agree on. All the pieces of the puzzle haven't haven't aligned. I haven't seen the clear the picture as it is, as it will unravel in front of me. And it unravels slowly with each passing day, with each passing month, year, decade, whatever. Right. So that's why I'm telling you that Jordan Peterson came right at the right time for me. Right. So when you start to understand that what what the best you can do, you see, that's another thing that I'm gonna disagree with. Yeah. What makes you think that there's only one truth? What makes you say that? Right? I don't like ideology. I don't like ideology. I believe that the best you can do is see what would happen to you if you were to become all you could become. I understand exactly what you are saying, dude. It makes so much sense. Like, I don't understand why, but it makes sense. Yeah. The best you can do for this world is to become absolutely the best that you could become. You need you need to figure out a way to bring the best out of yourself out. Compassionate, friendly, all these traits, strong when you need to be strong, vulnerable when you need to be vulnerable. You need to bring out the best out of yourself. When you do that, then you can contribute to society. You can contribute to your family, you can contribute to your community, you can contribute to your country, you can contribute to the world, right? You need to be all you can be. Imagine what you could be if you were all you could be. If you extracted every single ounce of potential out of yourself, right? People, you have potential. Yeah, you're smart. Yeah, you're this, you're that. All these things. You're a bundle of potential. Your duty in your life is to realize that potential. imagine what you could be if you could be all you can be, right? So some people, it takes them a little bit of time because maybe they had structure, they had family, they had friends, they had all this thing. And that's where we disagree again. This is the mental way. You there's no one certain way. There's no one. That's why I'm saying I don't like ideology. Right, makes me sleepy. Right, and this is why you don't want to envy anybody's things, anybody's success, anybody's whatever life. Right, It- you your life story matters. You're a unique person. You're a unique being. You were born. There's nobody like you. All these things, right? This may sound crazy. There are different truths, different realities. Everything is different, and it's also true. Can I tell you something? Be right back. I both agree and disagree with you. James, I both agree and disagree with you. Same with you, Mike. I both agree and disagree with you. And we are using uh, this language, right? Just imagine what you just said. This may sound crazy, but there are different truths. Like that's a very loaded statement. Language is inhibiting. That's why social media. That's why social media blew up. Right, meme culture. A meme can capture a feeling. You know, better than if I said it in an essay or in a paragraph, in a sentence. Just sharing a meme, sharing, language is limiting. We're still trying to communicate in ways. It's difficult to communicate these concepts as and when they occur to us. So you might say something that I agree with, but because you use this word instead of that word to me it means something else. All these funny things. It's very, very difficult. So whether you're saying there's only one truth, like what does one truth mean? Man, is there only one truth? Is that an ideological thing? Ah, I agree, but I don't agree with. I don't like ideology. Right? It's like Christians saying there's only one God, true God. This Muslims gonna say only one God, and then all these funny things come about, right? This is coming from a Christian, by the way. I was raised in the church. My grandmother used to send me to church all the time, and I'm trying to find my way back. You know, I have a friend who's an atheist. He's a very difficult person to deal with. Very difficult. Very difficult. Right? But I tell him all the time, why would you want to spend your time? It's the same thing I got from Neil deGrasse Tyson. The problem with atheists is that they spend all their time trying to tell people that their religion is wrong or bad because of one, two, three, four. You can't spend all your time on earth trying to debunk some other person's life. What about your life? Is it a worthy endeavor that I'm living and all you're doing is criticize the way I'm living? Is that a worthy endeavor? Is that something to do with your life? Really? So, the absolute thing that I've taken on my short journey that I've learned absolutely is that you need to realize your potential, whatever that may be, and you need to contribute. right? You need to realize your potential and you need to contribute. So figure whatever that is, whatever it is that you want to do with your life, figure it out and then contribute. Fire cannot burn itself. Uh, I think I'm understanding what you're saying now. Those are small to define what is great. Sometimes sacred deep. Mm, yeah, to express yourself can suffice. Yeah, spectrum get of the truth. How many percent of the universe can be seen? It's funny because the atheists will try to prove God does not exist. They're wrong. It's a higher power. Only just our galaxy, our extremely small spectrum. Yeah, yeah. We completely agree. We completely agree, right? And I love that movie Troy. Achilles in that movie Troy said, the gods envy us. We are. They don't. You'll never be as young as you are today. You'll never be as beautiful as you are today. You'll never be whatever combination of traits that you have today. Tomorrow it will be a different day. My friend Mike has been talking about shedding many, many twins, shedding who you were from yesterday to today or whatever. The gods get to live forever and ever and ever in the same state that they are. They don't know what it is to be this young, this beautiful, this smart. I can only get smarter. I can only, right? So maybe bring more sense to it. And here's another thing, right? Um, I think I've paid attention, a little attention, not too much attention, to Eckhart Tolle talking about the ego and the observer. I, I, I'm yet to do the work, right? There's something there to explore. I don't like him. You don't like Eckhart Tolle? Yeah, but what I'm saying is, oh, right. What I'm saying is, I first heard about these things, about meditation, the observer, all these things from him. And I really haven't delved too much into it. Like I'm saying, right? I've been busy chopping the wood, way too busy to even sharpen my axe. Philip is like the Dalai Lama. I haven't looked into it. I really haven't. Right. All I can say is he's the one who introduced what the observer. You keep talking about the vehicle. You know, uh, I, it's insidious. I uh, don't don't attach Eckhart Tolle to it. I'm just trying to tell you that I'm aware of what you're talking about. I just can't speak intelligently enough about it because I haven't done the work necessary to come to grips with it so that it aligns with who I am. Right? Sometimes when you bring somebody when you bring somebody up who is not very popular, people start making. I'll be talking about Trump. Like, no, I hate that guy. Not like, listen, I'm only referencing him to tell you something. Don't pay too much attention to Donald Trump. I'm bringing something up to you understand, but you don't fully understand. Yeah, I can't talk intelligently about it, right? I really cannot. I can't talk intelligently about it. Eh, so it's very difficult to have a conversation about meditation, the observer, the ego, the all these things, right? So, but I don't think too much. Yeah, meditation, right? And no, you see now you're, you're still talking about Eckhart Tolle. I don't even know about him that much. You know enough about him to not like him. I don't know enough about him to have an opinion whether he's good or he's bad, he's terrible or whatever. I I don't. What I'm saying is that I'm aware of what you are kind of talking about. That is why I'm bringing him up, right? To show you that I'm aware of that, not to invoke him as some guru or something like that. I see, I can also see that you have reservations about the Dalai Lama. I don't know anything about the Dalai Lama. I just know that China wants Tibet. He ran to India. I just know something like that. And he's some peace guy who keeps meditating and preaching peace. I don't know anything other than that. So, but basically, I endeavor to do the work for myself. Like I'm telling you, I think what I'm supposed to be doing with my life, what I'm supposed to be doing with my life is absolutely extracting every ounce of potential that I have while I'm still alive and contributing, right? Right. So the way you go about realizing your potential, we all go about it in different ways, different avenues. People do all kinds of stuff, right? To understand our pain, you understand? These are symptoms. I do not disagree. I do not disagree with you. But what I'm trying to get you to understand is sometimes it's difficult to distinguish between the disease and the symptoms, right? Especially when you're already in motion, right? If I'm busy, listen, you see now, that's ideology now. We are going into ideology. You might have taken that path. You might have taken that path. It's not clear to me that I need to take that path in order for me to wake up, in order for me to, you know, but how you lace your shoes in ideology. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, somebody taught me how to do it. I've been doing it that way ever since. Yeah, you're right. Right. You're right. But what I'm saying is to do that work. The struggle you are so that it's all pixels or something. So that when I put my story next to yours, well, sorry, I know I'm trouble. No, 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 no. Man, I love these conversations. Are you kidding? These are the conversations that got me in trouble with my ex-girlfriend. That was a nice girl. I'm not gonna lie. She was a very lovely person. I've run into very lovely women. Jolene. Where's Jolene? Jolene shouldn't hear that. All right. I I I'm just trying to extract whatever value that I can bring to the table and just bring it. Right. If it takes me a year, 10 years, 100 years, then so be it. Right. But I keep going back and forth about this marriage and kids thing, dude. I'm not gonna lie, that one is giving me a hell lot of problems. And not rush, yeah, 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 yeah. I completely agree. Be vulnerable, be all those things. Yeah, I completely agree. Completely. But the whole marriage and children, it's very difficult for me to uh, hear what, lol. Oh, Jolie. You didn't hear that, Jolie. Right. So there is no that's why I love having people like you in my life, Mike. That's why I love having people like you. You know, this is an honest conversation. All right, James. It's an honest conversation, and it's a conversation about truth, seeking truth, what is important, what is most meaningful, you know, because what's TTYL? What's that? What does that stand for? TTYL. I'm terrible at acronyms. I'm very terrible at them. Talk to you later. Oh, okay. Talk to you later. Oh, okay. I like I was saying, I was a smart kid. I'm still halfway smart. I still consider myself very smart. Somehow, people got it in my mind that I'm not supposed to work out. The image of the image of the nerd had it only clever. You can't release smart kid only clever. Okay, okay. Here, you see the words are limiting again. The words are the words are terrible, man. Words are very terrible. They're very limiting. I'm trying to impart something. Words are very limiting. So somehow I thought I didn't need to work out. I didn't need martial arts. I didn't need these things. A lot of people know the difference. Yeah, yeah. I know. So yeah, people use words. I don't use words the same way people like to use them. But anyway, like I'm saying, I digress. Um, I do believe that martial traveling boys. What's up? I know, Mike. I know. Mike doesn't like giving an inch. You fight for every inch. You must be very difficult to date. I used to be that way. I used to be that way. You fight for every inch, every single inch, and you must give your girlfriend like a really hard time. I I stopped fighting certain battles because I wanted to win the war. So there are these battles that I just don't go into. Traveling boys. But anyway, I think every kid needs to be able to learn self defense. Every kid needs to be taught martial arts. Right? To live your whole life and hope that you never get into a fight. Not even It's too interesting to not try to to stretch it a bit. To live your whole life and not think that you'll never ever engage in a fight at any point in your life. It's very hopeful, right? Everybody needs to know martial arts, self defense at least, to be halfway competent at defending yourself, right? Somebody jacked me off my phone early this year. So a group of young kids, knives and stuff like that. I just gave up. They took my cash, they took my phone, and luckily they didn't do anything more than that. But I was at their mercy, right? I was just completely at their mercy. If they, what's RHF? Run ahead of right? I don't know why you would think that you'd live your whole life. And even people in martial arts don't like fighting. People, any competent person, halfway competent person who practices jujitsu, judo, karate, boxing, they don't fight unless they absolutely have to. So I was just walking, taking a stroll, and a group of boys came. My brother is moving out um, from my room. A group of boys. That I think everybody should be able. You can't live 80 years. You see now you're getting into the weeds now. I know. You're getting into the weeds. I don't want to go that deep about it. I was just trying to share with you that the reason why I feel like everybody should learn martial arts. Hi Nadia. Everybody should learn martial arts. Is because everybody to live your whole life and not think that I'm not even gonna battle you guys. Right. To live your whole life and not get into a fight once, a physical altercation once. That's very rare. So everybody should learn self-defense. Okay, martial arts has many levels, right? You can learn so much from martial arts, not just the self-defense part, right? So let's have an idea. Martial arts will not help you. Dude, I'm coming from the north, you're coming from the south, right? From different directions. They have knives. Yep. They have guns. They have all these things. They have weapons. Yep. What I'm saying is, you, at the very least, I'm not saying you should be some great martial artist who can defeat uh, people with guns, people with knives. I'm saying you should have at least a competent defense of yourself if you need it, right? So everybody should know martial arts. That's all I'm saying, right? I'm not saying you run into fights that you can't win where the odds are stacked against you. I'm not saying any of that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it was wrong for me to think that I don't need uh, I don't need that, or to assume that I'll never ever get into a fight. I'm even thinking about joining a race, doing a racing course, right? The racing cars, racing whatever. Because I was once in a car accident, right? A couple of years back, and it wasn't my fault. Somebody just came from nowhere, head-on collision, came into my lane. I was driving safe. I was doing everything that I was supposed to be doing, right? how am I supposed to react? They say if you're driving and a tire bursts, you shouldn't hit the brakes. That's what they say. Or if you do that, the car will topple. Self-defense much a bit la la land. A bit, but you have some self-defense. So they tell us like you're driving 100 kilometers per hour, 100 miles per hour, whatever, and a tire bursts. Don't hit the brakes. The one thing I want to do is hit the brakes if there's some problem so that I stop and check it out. I'm not so sure that I'll be able to compute that in real time. Right? So maybe I need some training to live your whole life and think that maybe a tire will never burst or you won't ever get into a collision because you drive safe, all these things. That's not enough. It's far from it. But let's check them from. Okay, I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Please remind me after the stream. You can leave me a comment in any of the videos. I respond to every comment, so if you remind me in any of the videos, I'll check it out. Yeah, what is that thing that you said about learning learning cooking through texting, that you can't really learn that way? You gotta learn it through doing. There are some things that you really learn. You can have an idea, you can learn theoretically, but there are some things that you learn through doing, really. Real love. I'm talking about that real love. Right. Yeah. Dude, yeah, I've completely alienated everybody who's come on this chat. They're like, what are these people talking about? you 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 got me in the deep end. A very good student, analytical skills. You got me in the deep end. What did I self-taught? The older I get, the more I respect. So what should I get for my room on Christmas? You see, Traveling Boys is trying to talk very light things, and I'm engaged in. I'm in the deep end. Right. I'm trying to swim. I'm trying to swim in the deep end. What's up, Traveling Boys? I'm very sorry to be avoiding you, my friend. I have this. I have this friend called Mike. Mike, we started off in the shallow end of the pool. We are just having fun with my friends. We were just saying, so do you like your neighbors? Mike says, no, it's deeper than that. Come here, come here. He's been sending me to the deep end of the pool for over an hour now. And I've completely left my people out in the cold. Thank you, Mike. Your neighbors are okay, Brady. Real love. Host is looking for the kind of section. Yeah. Oh, that's where you came from. You daily dose. Daily dose. Oh. Mike. Marco. The Quebec native. Mike the Quebec native. What's up, Brady? What you got going on, Brady? What's happening? What's up? What's happening in Texas? Like how you said. How you call Mike? Two kids. I like playing football with me. Grandparents are really nice. I bet Brady's like really, really well behaved in real life. Brady just misbehaves when he's on the internet. Right, Brady? I'm talking about the real love. Yo, Mike, did you play my playlist last night? Did you play my playlist? Brady, did you play my playlist? I'm talking about that real love. Uh, real love. I enjoy the conversation, Mike. Uh, oh, you didn't play my playlist. Oh, smack. Come on, dude. I asked you to open a tab. So I get in my room. Can't think of anything. Get a huge teddy bear. But I thought about it this morning. It's the thought that counts, Mike. It's the thought that counts. Like, really, Mike? You're taking this thinking thing. I think Mike is somebody terrible. I think Mike is a great friend, right? I think you're a terrible. You might be a terrible partner, but I think you'd be like a great friend. I'm projecting because I've been like that my whole life. I've I haven't been able to maintain romantic relationships, but you say some tapping. Too much money. A big titty bear is too much money. Okay. A painting. Paintings come in different. A big painting or a poster. A big poster. Really big poster. I think Mike is terrible to date. Mike, it's just ice cream. Let's just go get ice cream and talk about love. Don't say out loud. She hears a damn it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't get it. I didn't know about the situation for a good friend. You're not helping so much. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry, mate. Real love. Ah, ah. That's hilarious, Mike. I'm talking about the real love. Yeah, I have a friend who we talk about these things together. We went to school together. She's like a year younger than me. Very beautiful girl. And whenever we talk, I'm like, dude, we we've been doing this friendship thing for a long time, ever since we were in junior high. And and it seems like the only thing we're good for is like friendships. We have like really good friends. We are good at this friendship thing. When it comes to relationships, we are totally useless. I think I need to to change a few things in order for me to be a good partner, as I am a good friend. I'm a really good friend. Right? Very considerate, very loving, very all these things. When it comes to relationships, I'm not so good. I don't have a whole lot of experience. I want something that will be fun, useful. So a big poster isn't useful. Mm, get a stress ball or a little ball, a little basketball, and a little net. A little. You can always be throwing hoops, right? Basketball ring, a little ball, right? Or a big Jenga puzzle. Is that useful? That's very useful, right? Or get books. Yeah, books. Get books. Final offer, books, puzzle books, all those things. By the way, Brandy wrote a passage about she met me, and now everybody in her school knows about me. So now I screenshotted her comment, and I'm hanging all over the school. It's payback. Are you mad because Brandy said she met a 6 foot dude? Is you mad? I knew you and Brandy had something going on. I'm talking about that real love. Where's Jolene? Joe, Samantha, Joe, Sammy. Who calls you Samantha, Jolene? Do they call you Joe at home? Who uses Samantha? Who mostly uses Samantha? Real love. I'm talking about that real love. Where did Nadia go? People came and went all over parking lots. Wow, you're going to great lengths, Brady, to show how much you don't like somebody. No one uses Samantha, but that's a lovely name. So I was talking to a friend the other day. Real love. I'm talking about the real love. My mom called me Joe Bot. Why bot? I understand Joe. Why put in the bot? Joe Bot. I'm gonna have to go in a minute. Okay, traveling boys. Traveling boys. Before you sleep tonight, please play my playlist. I don't know what time it is for you, traveling boys. In the car, so I listen despite classic all the time. I don't want to know anything about it. I hate when people write puns about me, so I'm giving a payback. Never know what people have to offer, so I stay open. Talk about cars. Okay, traveling boys, play my playlist before you sleep. Let it play on your PC or your phone. You'll stop it in the morning. Don't watch it, don't listen to it. Just let it play. Talk about fuel consumption, talk about burning temperatures. 5:02 p.m. Okay. I'd appreciate it if you went to my community tab before you sleep and just hit play. Talking about kerosene, the fuel grade for propulsion, right? Yeah, they use it in airplanes. Kerosene is used in airplanes. Kerosene is used in aeroplanes. I heard about that when I was a little boy. Real love. I'm talking about that real love. I used chew in my chest when I had kidney failure to take drugs, make me feel better. That's the bot. Joe bot. That's funny. Joe's mom's funny. It's the end of the stream. No, I think maybe I'll end it at 2 hours. I'll end it at 2 hours. I'll end it at 2 hours. No problem. I'm having fun. I like talking to you guys. Are you kidding me, man? Are you kidding me? Love talking to my friends. So you cohabitate, Mike. Oh my goodness. The oyster meister, Mike. The Mike himself. Why are you cohabitating, Mike? Okay, I hope I'm not boring with my story. No. Jolene, can you believe Mike likes talking about all these idealistic things, but Mike be cohabitating and not marrying somebody's child? Mike, tonight before you sleep, you better be thinking of a way to propose to that woman. Like, dude, check the burning temperature of kerosene on Google. I'll look into it. It must be high. Very Joe. Joe the llama. Because they're my favorite animals. Ah, Joe the llama. That's funny. Joe the llama. Yeah, kerosene must burn at very high temperatures, right? Or am I lying? Or very low temperatures. For it, dude, currently copies of the screenshot. Wow. Do you know where Anime Weeb goes to school, Brady? It was between the melting point of steel. Yowza. Which is a contradiction. Okay. I'm trying to remember my chemistry. I did chemistry all the way to university, right? So my chemistry professors would not be so proud of me that I passed their courses, but I'm not giving you a smart answer. Don't know, don't care. Like when people do that, especially without my permission, I just had to say it. It was in fact impossible to withstand the temperature of combustion at the end of it by still material. What's a burning temperature? You're like, check the burning temperature. I don't know if there we go about the words thing again. I don't know if we are using, because now I'm thinking melting points. We were taught about melting points, right? And boiling points, right? Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius, and then different spirits, different boiling points, different melting points. So I'm trying to remember my fundamentals of chemistry. Right. It's not termite. Real love. I'm talking about the real love. Dude, the science is so far removed from here. Baby L'Oreal still melting point. You need a fusion, but kerosene won't provide it. Jolene, can you believe Mike considers himself just a cook? Mike is plenty smart. Next week is Internet Safety Week, and the person who shared Something about you without your permission to the whole town. I think I'm gonna use Brandy as an example. 2109 copies. Wow. Brady. Very vindictive Brady. You see why I was telling you that it's hard. I have to think about making you a moderator on the channel. You are very vindictive. Brady is very, very, very vindictive. And to me, it's not clear that that's a useful trait to have. It's not very useful, Brady. You gotta learn to let things go. Just like Mike. Mike, you gotta learn to let things go. Don't fight for every inch, Mike. When I finished high school, I was on a date with this other girl. I remember the question she asked me. She's the only person who's ever asked me this. Like, I think we're having a back and forth, an argument. She's like, "Do you want to be right or do you want to be happy?" Oh, that question shook me so hard, man. I wasn't aware that those two are mutually exclusive. All she was saying is that I should agree with anything and everything that she's saying. Right? If I know what's good for me. If you know what's good for you, you're going to agree with everything that I'm saying. Do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? Guess what, Mike? Guess what I chose? I chose to be right, and I was quickly girlfriendless. Quick. Right? So, Mike, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? Women are strange creatures, man. But I think I'd be like a great dad to a girl. I think I'd be really awesome. What do you think, Jolene? Do you think I'd be an awesome dad to a girl? A dude wouldn't be bad, but I really like a girl. Yo, Brady, are you gonna play my playlist tonight? Please play my playlist tonight. Jolene, are you gonna play my playlist before you sleep? Please play the playlist. Real love. I'm talking about that real love. Jolene. Jobot. I often think about causality. And free will. I'm thinking you should propose to your girl. That's what I'm thinking, sir. Mike. Oh, Mike. Yeah, you'd be a great dad. To your girl child. To your girl child. I will when I go to sleep. Thank you very much, Jojo. Thank you very much. Here we go again to the deep end of the pool. Here we go again, Mike. Real love. Oh, I'm talking about the real love. The Matrix. The One. Apparently, there's a new Matrix movie coming. I used to like The Matrix. Keanu Reeves. I'm a fan of Keanu. Brady, are you gonna play my playlist? Brady, please play my playlist. Yeah, okay, you're still talking, Mike. I'm still listening. I'm trying to follow your, like, our brain is a calculator. The function, take the heat, choose the calculation, test to process, power. All right. Sorry for all the typos. Real love. I'm talking about the real love. I'm trying to see if I should object. If I should object. I'm trying to weigh. Where do you always say love instead of love? Hence we have to absorb and learn from. We don't choose. Neither choose our capacity to absorb. Okay? Causality and free will. Man, Mike struggles with the big topics, man. Mike struggles with the big topics. Those are the big themes of life, Mike. You know something, Mike? I see so much of myself in you. I don't see you, but I see myself in you. And you're a little bit older than me. There are some similarities in what you're saying or the spirit with which you say it, right? You seem to be like a good dude. I'm not all there. You seem to me like you're a good dude. And I like that about you. You're a very likable guy. But I gotta say, I do not envy your partner. Like I say, I'm projecting some of the struggles that I've had on you. I'm projecting some of the struggles that I have on you. And I'm like, dude, you envy Amy. How do I envy Amy? I envy you that I could be with Amy. Amy is like 2 years old, man. You're gonna get me in trouble, right? So I project the problems that I've had, and I project them onto your life, and I'm like, wow, Mike must be struggling, or you might not be struggling, and the girl might be the one who's struggling. Have you ever noticed you are way too involved in your mind trying to figure out things? You think things are a certain kind of way. When you finally take your hand out to see what's been happening, you find the girl is so mad. You're like, why are you mad? What did I do? You're not even aware that this person has been mad for 10 years. So I'm projecting, Mike. It's hilarious to me. The things that make you a terrible partner, make you a great friend, would make you a great dad. I think you'd be a spectacular dad. That's why I think I'd be a spectacular dad. I'd just be chilling, talking with my child, all these things. So I'm sorry to project my rubbish onto you, but yeah, that's exactly how I'm seeing you. I'm very glad that you appeared into my life, Mike. You know that Invictus life must have outside of working and material. Yeah, completely agree with you. You know that Invictus poem, it's not fulfilling. That Invictus poem, I think whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. So I think whatever gods that are out there for bringing us together, Mike. Just like I thank the gods for bringing me and Jolene together, you know, Brady, all these friends that I've made online, right? I don't take it for granted. I'm very, very grateful. But at the same time, I find it very funny. Joe Bot. Joe Bot is a funny name. It's a lovely name. You don't like these famous, what do you call them? Freemasons? Oh man, you don't like these famous Freemasons, but I think Elon Musk echoes that all the time. He says life isn't uh, all work. It's you need to have inspiration in your life, right? You need. We don't give inspiration enough credit for keeping us going as a race. You need to be inspired. Inspiration fuels you in ways that King Burger could never. So there, the Freemasons. Hopefully, you're not your girlfriend and playing with peace. You can call me Joe. What? No, I'm a dude. I'm a dude. All right. Did you just mistake me for a girl? Dude, Andrea is a girl. I didn't know. Real love. I'm talking about that real love. So we are heading on for the final 10 minutes. Houston is big, so I'll need Houston takes 600,000, 600 million. No, with what you say, should be mad jealous. Marry the chick, man. Marry the chick. Marry the girl. Marry the girl. Get married. Meet me at the altar in your white dress. We ain't getting younger. We might as well do it. Let's get married. It's a Jagged Edge song. Meet me at the altar in your white dress. We ain't getting younger. We might as well do it. I might confess. Let's get married. I just want to get married. Hey, who's the dude? That's my new friend, Mike Brady. He finally summoned up the intestinal fortitude to ask, you're already in bromance. Meet me at the altar in your white dress. How? Hey, try. Super good. I don't know what that is. What is that? I don't know what that is. Put a ring on it. Yeah, Mike. Even Jolene agrees that you should put a ring on it. Put a ring on it, Mike. Mike. Jolene, you should remind Mike to open a new window on his laptop or PC and play the playlist. He can do it now. He can do it when the stream ends. Definitely do it before he sleeps tonight. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Do it. Brady! Brady, did you say hi to Mike? That's Mike. Are you talking about Oyster Jam? That's Mike. Mike and I are good friends. The only blues I listen to. It's so good. Le Blues. Le Blues. Brady and I have been talking for months. Jolene and I have been talking for months. Mike is new in the neighborhood and he's been taking all of my attention. I'm very sorry, Brady. I'm very, very sorry. You know I like getting to know people, right, Brady? You know this. Jolene, I'm writing my suicide note right now. I love you. Okay, yeah, put it in the comment, buddy. Leave it in the comment. I'll check these things out. Whatever sticks, sticks. No, whichever one. I, I get notifications about comments and I respond to all of them. I try to respond them timelessly, but I definitely respond. Meet me at the altar. Jolene, have you realized how Mike is avoiding the issue of getting married? Yeah, okay. Have you realized how Mike is avoiding the issue of putting a ring on it? Mike doesn't want to put a ring. If you like a century, You don't believe in marriage, Mike? You don't believe in marriage, Michael? Michael? Oh, Michael. Oh, Michael. Do you take this woman to be your lawful wedded wife, to have and to hold? Are you religious, Mike? I've never asked you this, you know. I should have asked. Are you religious? 2 out of 3. Why are you complaining, Brady? Brady's complaining. Mike is the new shiny thing in the neighborhood. He hasn't even been what? Brady's complaining. Maybe he ain't ready to get married. Yeah, marriage. Marriage. Uh, 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 Mike is at an age that he needs to start thinking about marriage, having kids. Try not to feel this away. I try to avoid. I realize that you've been avoiding it. It's okay. We don't need to talk about it, buddy. I'm not in the business of making anybody feel uncomfortable. Except Jolene. I like making Jolene feel uncomfortable. Jolene is very shy, very shy. We need to make her less shy. We need to make Jolene less shy than she is. She's way too shy, this Jolene character. This Jobot. This shit we did without that dude. One of the sacred. It's too colorful. Seems like a deflection to me. You see why I'm thinking that you must be very difficult to date. I think you're very difficult to date. Aliens. Oh, you don't tackle small issues, buddy. You tackle huge topics, huge things. If you like it, then you should put a ring in it. Oh, 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 oh. Different this reality. You literally type something every 2 seconds. What's with the all caps, Brady? The sacred can be seen in every blade of grass. Oh, so I'm guessing you're not a Christian, Mike. I'm guessing you're not a Christian. Yeah, Jolene is very shy. Jobot. Jobot is very shy. Dude, that's not funny, right? YouTube will ban this video. Like, what are you doing? We're left with about 2 minutes. 2 minutes. And we gotta end the stream. That is who we are. No in between. But what are you talking about? You're going from side to side. Like what? We rely on each other. What's your problem, Brady? Why are you mad, bro? I've been live all day. I haven't talked to you once, Brady. I missed you, dog. I thought we were friends, Brady. We usually talk a lot. You tell me how your day is going. Oh God, I need to talk to you. Don't need a religion or a priest. Hit you like a train. Ah, we rely. You are very steadfast in these thoughts, Mike. You are very, very steadfast in these thoughts. I see it'll take an almighty effort to dislodge you from the way you're thinking. You seem to be very certain about these things. I'm not very certain. We rely on each other. I just try to develop and acquire these tools and these mental models in order for me to best navigate this world. That's why I told you that I like Jordan Peterson. That's why I like these Freemasons that you talk about. I like mental models. I like learning new things, adopting new tools. What did Charlie Munger say? I heard Charlie Munger say, to a man with a hammer, every problem looks like a nail. Right? I believe that. So my toolbox just needs a whole lot of tools so that I just don't go around beating things up that don't need to be bitten. To a man with a hammer, every problem looks like a nail. So I need screwdrivers. I need all types of things in my arsenal. Anyway, guys, it's been hella fun. Hella fun. I enjoyed our chat, Mike. Jojo, play my playlist. Brady, please play the playlist. Yo, Mike, play the playlist, buddy. I'll see you guys. I might stream a little later. I don't know if I will. I might. If they are models. Yeah, mental models. Mental models. How come on fire? Minds, mechanics, computers. Electricity, etc. It looks much more. Twilight, I will still work 40 hours a week and buy those idols. Yes, I will. Well, you take the good with the bad. my my good sir. Take the good with the bad. Like I said, I look at it in that way that I'm just it's just tools for my little toolbox, right? I don't know if that's a great question. Not particularly a great question. Bye, Clyde. Bye, Brady. Bye, Mike. Brady, play my playlist. I love you guys. I love you so much. I'm so grateful. Thank you so very much. Whatever God's that brought you guys to my life, I'm so thankful.